Good body every morning. Louis Largent here for 120 minutes on MTV. And tonight we have a special show for you. Every 6 months or so we've done this one. It's the live performance show. And the performances here are so vast and plentiful, we can't do a year-end edition. We have to do the second half of the year edition. And we did some amazing ones last time, and we got equally as amazing ones this time. We did the last one past 4th of July weekend. Who did we have on there? We had, that's when Green Day first did their first performance? Two performances. Who else? I can't even remember. But in this one, we've got Bob Mould, Jesus and Mary Chain, Bad Religion, L7, Love, Spit, Love, Compulsion, They Might Be Giants, Victoria Williams, Cracker, Blur, Liz Phair, Grantley Buffalo, Spearhead, Lush, MC 900 Foot Jesus. You writing these all down, kids? Seed, Oasis, and maybe even more if we got a little time left over. And if I shut up. To kick things off, it is one of the surprise success stories of the year. Coming out of nowhere is Weezer out of Los Angeles, and it's just incredible their sort of rise due to, I guess, largely the success of their latest Spike Jonze directed video for what is that song again? Buddy Holly. Yeah, that's right. And also Sweater Song. He did both of theirs. And as a matter of fact, I went to, when I saw him play the K-Rock Acoustic Christmas just this last weekend, asked the guy what was the biggest selling t-shirt of the weekend. The Weezer shirts were. So the kids, they love the Weezer. And, you know, we had them when they were veritable nobodies way back in August 21st of this year. And here they are performing live the Sweater Song, Undone, or the other way around.
is where my heart aches, unaware and in my hand. And this is where it's gone. And this is where the heartache's going on. Well, I can go it alone. Well, I can't believe what you're saying. Well, I've got to leave, for you're sailing on and on. Well, I can't believe what it's all about is wrong. Well, I can't believe what you're saying. Where the time goes in an ordinary town. And this is how it all ends up when you run the whole thing down. And this is how it's gone, yeah. This is how it's already gone. And I know, well, I can go it alone. Well, I can't believe what you're saying. Well, I've got to leave, for you're sailing on and on. I can't repeat what it's all about is wrong. I can't believe.
From File Under Easy Listening, that would be Bob Mould of Sugar and his buddy Lou Barlow of Sebado performing a special acoustic version of Believe What You're Saying. Here on this live performance edition of 120 Minutes, I'm Louis Largent. Stick around, we got live stuff still to come from Bad Religion, L7, Love Spit Love, but right now it is the Jesus and Mary Chain, who a couple months ago came by, the staff of 120 Minutes, excited by the prospect of the Brothers Reed coming in and performing some of their new acoustic-based material, but when it came down, the news flash came down, they'd be bringing in the singer of Mazzy Star. That would be Hope Sandoval. That was just icing on the cake. Everybody here totally psyched. And this also just in from the National Enquirer news desk. I have a little dirt for you. It seems as though, like backstage last weekend at the K-Rock Almost Acoustic Christmas show in Los Angeles, that Jim Reed and Hope Sandoval, of course, are, you know, doing the thing, were having a little spat. And then what happened was Scott Weiland of Stone Temple Pilots jumped in and started getting into like a shouting match with Jim Reed. And then they, I guess they all walked off in a huff, and Mazzy Star actually didn't play the second night. So who knows what's going on there. And right now we are going to go back to October 24th and their latest and greatest album, Stoned to the Throne. From that one, here is the Mary Chain with Hope Sandoval doing Sometimes Always.
to that place. I've been away, but now I'm back.
Don't be too sure of that. What makes you sure of that? You went away, you can't come back.
I walked away from you. I heard you going through. Oh, honey, give me one more chance.
Oh, you're lucky son of a gun. You went away, you went away, you went away, but now you're back.
I got down on my knees, and then I begged you, please. I always knew you'd take me back.
I'd like to do a new song for you. I was reading a book of poetry called See a Grown Man Cry by Henry Rollins, and I wrote this music with it, and I brought my friend Eric Schermerhorn here to play guitar on it. So here we go.
She's untouchable. I'll wrap my arms around. She is alien, and I try to understand, but I lose my mind, 'cause I cannot get in, and I find myself alone. Dreams of her, they rip through my head like bullets bright. Looking at her makes me want to rip my eyes. She's a hollow space, one that cannot be filled, and I find myself alone. She's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. She's the most beautiful. I crouch at her feet. She's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. But when I'm with her, yeah, when I'm with her, I destroy myself. She's untouchable. I've emptied myself out, and I've just caved in. I leave my blood at her feet, I destroy myself, and I try to understand, but I find myself alone. She's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. She's the most beautiful. I crouch at her feet. She's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. And when I'm with her, yeah, when I'm with her, I destroy myself. That's why I find myself alone. 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 That's why I find myself alone.
Baby, it's cold outside. The holidays are upon us, and here at MTV, that means only one thing. Our Best of 94 week, and everything must go. Yes, we're clearing out our 94 inventory and practically giving it all away. The 1994 MTV Video Music Awards, House of Style Best of Edition, The Year in Rock, MTV's tribute to Nirvana, a double dip of sex in the 90s, rock and jock softball, and so much more. You'll also get three MTV premieres. There's MTV's Oddities, Sandblast, and Jaded in Chicago, Green Day in concert. Oh boy, MTV is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we deliver. Plug into MTV's Best of 94 week all this week. It's going to be insane.
So far, over 14 million people have entered the Stargate. Audiences have made it 1994's top science fiction film. And the critics agree, Stargate is the most amazing film of the year. A cosmic joyride, a glorious, rip-roaring, time-traveling adventure. For real science fiction excitement, forget Star Trek and see Stargate again. Stargate, rated PG-13, now playing.
Let's figure out who this new computer is really for. You or them. All right, this is for you, this is for them, you, them, you, them, probably you and them, you if you get to the computer before they do, definitely you, them mostly, you sometimes, everybody really. If I talk about how it's built and backed and all that stuff, that won't help because that's good for both of you. Okay, how is this? It's for everybody, but it lives in your room. You'll work it out.
East of the Texas Hill Country in Austin, there's a place that just won't let you go home hungry. It's called Threadgill's. And here you might find yourself behind a great big chicken fried steak, a mountain of red beans and rice, or even a microphone. So if you go, bring your appetite for a good time and your Visa card. Because Threadgill's might let you take the stage, but they won't take American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Introducing the new Bronze Super Volume. As it dries your hair, it adds volume. Instant volume for straight hairstyles. The new Super Volume from Braun.
To the moon and let me play among the stars.
Once again, you waited till the last minute to do your Christmas shopping.
What do you do?
Don't panic. Give the ultimate gift. It's $19.98 or less.
What?
Give speed this holiday season, but hot to it or you'll miss the bus.
This is funky, this is rare, something crazy in the air. Ooh, Malibu. Catching waves, catching rays, catching looks and wild plays. Ooh, Malibu. Musk, you're looking like a superstar. Sunshine fresh. In Malibu from any view, that's just what you are. Make a splash, make a scene, make 'em crazy what I mean. Ooh, Malibu. Ooh, I love you. Malibu. Got to have you.
Hey guys, what's up? We're taking a break from all our work.
Yeah, and this is a great chance to catch you up on what's new at In the Mix.
Now we're coming at you each week for half an hour.
Packed with a different look at people you want to see.
We'll give you the straight talk on real issues.
Plus, we'll have on-location reports with teens who make a real difference.
So if you want us to visit, you're gonna have to invite us.
New topics, new faces, new places. So check local listings and get in the mix.
Mondays at 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays at 11 p.m. on WYC.
#1 in collegiate sportswear.
See you on campus, Highland Park, Hinsdale.
Hi, we're all 7. And you're watching 120 Minutes on MTV.
We've got live performances on the way from L7, Love Spit Love, and the Irish band called Compulsion here on the special performance edition of 120 Minutes. Next up, Bad Religion. And despite the fact that chief songwriter Brett Gurwitz has taken a sabbatical to run his very successful, most successful indie label in the world right now, Epitaph Records, Bad Religion were kicking it as much as they ever have when they stopped by 120 Minutes on August 28th. And they have a new guitarist with them, Brian Baker, who is of Minor Threat, the seminal LA punks. They belted out the title track to their 8th album, Stranger Than Fiction, and here it is.
Obituary. Oh yeah, cockroach snaps, rattling trap. How many animals can you fill up on a match? And curiosity keeps the go at that. Sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. In my arms on the corner, there's a wine with bed and shoulders. It's very good and every gun will never want to make that. There's a lady and it's coming. The doctors like Thanksgiving and a black and white desperados run more of them. The one scratching at my door. The boy and baby's got the scars. My human interest stories. And the obituary. Oh yeah, great up for a crack. Wolf looks back. How many devils can you burn up on a match? I wanna know why Hemingway crack. Sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. Life is the funniest book I ever read. There isn't a hook, just a lot of cheap shots. Pictures to shot. The characters and amateur will never be on. Sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. Thank you.
comes that familiar pain again. I'm low down, I'm feeling ill. Yeah, I'm stuck here again. Was there someone I could kill? Yeah, I'm stuck here again. I've learned to make bad situations my friend. It starts all over just when it should end. Yeah, I'm stuck here again.
To myself, and I turn my back on my faith. It's like glass when we break. I wish no one in my place, and I see you don't need this. It's a goes in deep, and I'm lost in sleep. I can't stay in this place. I can't stand when the room turns round on my face. You give no guarantees. There's no promise I can keep. I can't stand, I can't see my way. I feel blind on my feet. I can't stay too long. Am I wrong?
and sleep comes with a knife, fork, and a spoon. You're so pale in your face, you've let lies get in your way, and I see you don't need blessings and measure goes in deep, and I'm lost in sleep. Am I wrong? Goodbye, lay the blame on love. Goodbye, lay the blame on love. Goodbye, lay the blame on love. Goodbye, lay the blame on love.
With first single off their self-titled debut album, the ex-psychedelic first singer Richard Butler and his new band Love Spit Love performing Am I Wrong here on this special performance edition of 120 Minutes. Stick around, we've still got live performances from They Might Be Giants, Victoria Williams, and right after the break it is the Irish band called Compulsion.
Your loins for pain, athleticism, and competition like you've never seen before. MTV Sandblast. Co-ed teams battle for supremacy in all new games that will deflate lungs, snap limbs, and shatter the spirit. MTV Sandblast. Weekdays at 4:30 and 6:30, premiering tomorrow on MTV.
There is no pleasure without pain, no knowledge without suffering, no sandwich without bread.
What are you thinking? Play virtual guitar, the new CD-ROM game that lets you rock.
I'm alone in my own mind. I insult myself and refuse to speak to me.
Get virtual guitar, jam with Aerosmith, have some fun.
Why do I hear everything I think? And where the hell is that music coming from?
Dude?
For gifts that entertain, you'll save at Tower. Get Boyz II Men's latest, Too. Luther Vandross, Songs. Gloria Estefan, Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me. Tom Petty's new release, Wildflowers. Nirvana's Unplugged in New York. And Megadeth's Euthanasia. You'll save at Tower.
Switching to MCI over the phone might be a bad call.
I got a phone call from MCI recommending that they had a great program with lots of savings of money. They made it sound real good, and that was the reason I gave them a chance.
If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
You get a bill and you're going, well, gee, where's the savings here?
No wonder over half the AT&T customers who switch to MCI over the phone come back within 6 months. So why bother?
I'm going to stick with AT&T.
Your true voice.
Hi, I'm John Linnell. And I'm John Flansburgh. We're They Might Be Giants. And you're watching 120 Minutes. And we're with the band! That's Tony Mamoni on the bass. And that's Mr. Brian Doherty on the drums. All on MTV.
We have got a live performance coming up from They Might Be Giants, along with Victoria Williams and Cracker. I'm Louis Largent. Next up on this special edition of 120 Minutes, which is so special, we actually have a little graphic for it. How special is that? It is a little Irish band called Compulsion, who, if you haven't heard of them, are a nice little rock band, and nice little punk sort of rock band. And they were by on November 20th and performed a few songs off their debut album, which is called Comforter. And here is the first single off that album, which is called Delivery.
Baby, and she gave it to the world. World didn't want to take the baby from the girl. Float on, water away your time. Never change your life. Round again you fly, far away. Time will never destroy your heart.
Sir, hand, or is it ma'am? I fell out of my right place again, and you considered me, and now I'm where a snail has to be. I want to thank you for putting me back in my snail shell. I want to thank you for putting me back in my snail shell. Was it something you would do for anybody? Was it what you only do for me? I need to know because you see I want to thank you for putting me back in my snail shell. Friend, look what you gave, and how can you ever be repaid? How may I give you a hand from the position at your feet where I stand? So let me thank you for putting me back in my snail shell. I want to thank you for putting me back in my snail shell. Was it something you would do for anybody? Was it what you only do for
This Wednesday, MTV requests the honor of your presence for an evening of stimulating conversation.
I'm not gonna say anything intelligent, I'm just gonna swear a lot.
Soft music.
You can dance with your sweetheart on this one.
And good, clean fun.
Welcome to paradise.
Jaded in Chicago. Green Day in concert. Wednesday night at 10. Watch it with someone you love.
Hey guys, what's up? We're taking a break from all our work.
Yeah, and this is a great chance to catch you up on what's new and in the mix.
Now we're coming at you each week for half an hour.
Packed with a different look at people you want to see.
We'll give you the straight talk on real issues.
Plus, we'll have on-location reports with teens who make a real difference.
So if you want us to visit, you're gonna have to invite us.
New topics, new faces, new places. So check local listings and get in the mix.
Mondays at 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays at 11 p.m. on WYC.
Number 1 in collegiate sportswear.
See you on campus. Highland Park, Hinsdale.
Hey, have you heard about Revlon's Great Charlie Taste Test? You know that Charlie Stride. Charlie was the first rebel. Charlie, the original. It's up, confident, makes you want to go out and change the world. Now there's a new way to Charlie. Charlie Red. This Charlie goes all night long, and she's got a stride of her own. Charlie Red. Whoa, is it hot in here or is it mid? Hey, which Charlie's your Charlie? You gotta smell him yourself. Then decide what kind of Charlie girl you are.
I'm a real people person. I get along with people. I just love people.
I'm a self-starter.
Selfless.
When I start, it's by myself.
I got brains I haven't even used yet.
I'm monolingual.
I'm a sponge.
Information highway?
Does that have a toll?
With the high-tech skills you learn in the Navy, when it comes time for you to say something on an interview.
I have an extensive background in avionics and electronics. I'm computer literate, and I'm pretty good with people.
You'll actually have something to say. For more information, call 1-800-USA-NAVY.
Without a doubt, the most intelligent, enlightening motion picture experience of a lifetime. G'day, mate. I laughed till I stopped. A movie filled with actors, scenery, and talking. See it with someone who knows how to get to the theater.
Dance to the beat of a different drummer boy.
Provocative, compelling, and other big words.
I got worms.
Movies come and go, but this one's here right now. Dumb and Dumber. Rated PG-13. Now playing.
Skechers presents the comfort and style of a sneaker combined with the durability and function of a hiker. Introducing the Sport Utility Sneaker Series from Skechers. Sport utility footwear. Nothing compares.
Here's a chip that's got more ridginess. New Pringles Ridges, it's more crunchy. If crunch is what you can't resist, a Pringles Ridge is more crunch than this. Golden tasty crunciousness, not this bag chips greasy mess. Pop the Pringles Ridges, it's more crunches. More crunches. Once you pop Ridges, you can't stop.
I was starting in a new school, so of course my face exploded into Monster Zits. Just kind of first impression I love to make. I can picture my Saturday nights for the next 5 years. It scares me. I wanted to blast those zits.
With Clearasil, you'll have fewer pimples in 3 days and your money back. Guaranteed.
It really worked. Yeah. The first day I looked like everyone else from the neck up. From the neck down, that is another story.
Fewer pimples in 3 days and your money back. Guaranteed.
Hi, I'm Liz Fair.
And you're watching 120 Minutes on MTV.
We got a live performance on the way from Liz Phair, which is turning out to be something of a rare thing these days, along with Cracker, Blur, and Grant Lee Buffalo on this special edition of 120 Minutes. Louis Largent, right here, it is Victoria Williams, and you may remember Victoria performing this on last year's wrap-up show, and she played it with Lou Reed, and that's just because Pearl Jam recorded it for Victoria Williams' Sweet Relief Benefit album. But now she's included it on her third album, which is called Loose, and she's released it as a single, and she came back in and did it. So here is Vic along with her band and a beautiful string section performing Crazy Mary.
She lived on a curve in the road, in an old tar paper shack, the south side of the town, on the wrong side of the tracks. Sometimes on the way into town, we say, Mama, can't we stop and give a ride? Sometimes we did, but she shook her head and her hands flew from her side. Wild-eyed, crazy Mary. Down a long dirt road, past the Parsons place, the old blue car we used to race, to a little country store with a sign tacked to the side, said no Loiteringa loud. Underneath that sign always congregated white hay crowd. Take a bottle, drink it down, pass it around. Take a bottle, drink it down, pass it around. Take a bottle, drink it down, pass it around, pass it around. One night thunder cracked, Mercy backed outside my windowsill. Dreamed I was flying high above the trees and over the hills. Looked down into the house of Mary. A bare bulb hung there, newspaper covered walls, Mary rising up above it all. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Louis Largent with you. We go into the second 60 of this live performance edition of 120 Minutes. In the next hour, we got live music from Blur, Liz Phair, Grantley Buffalo, Spearhead, Lush, MC 900 Foot Jesus, Seed, Oasis, and maybe even more if things work out as we hope they will. To kick off the second hour, we're going to go back to July 17th when Cracker came by to guest host and perform a couple songs off of their album Kerosene Hat, which is their second. And here's one of them featuring the infamous talk box, which was used so dramatically on the Frampton Comes Alive album. It's called Get Off This.
Is it true that you sold your soul? I say, hey man, I don't know, let me a quarter, won't you? I call my accountant, let's get up this, get on with it. If you want to shake you up, shut your mouth and start to spin it. Get up this, get on with it. If you want to shake you up, shut your mouth and start to spin it. Toll has come around, the judge and stone. Yeah, all we're trying to do is make a fortune. Yeah, we ain't got no government loans and no one sends a check from home. But get this, we're just doing what we wanna. So let's get on this, get on with it. If you wanna change the world, shut your mouth and start to spin it. Get on this, get on with it. If you wanna change the world, shut your mouth and start to spin it. Well, the guitar player's staying out in Hollywood is saying he's just trying to get some sleep, but everyone's complaining. Are you truly deeply cynical? Well, you know I love you so, and no one knew your name. You were half a stinner. Let's get on, get on with it. If you wanna change the world,
reference for the habitual voyeur of what is known as Heartline. And morning soup can be avoided if you take a route straight through what is known as Heartline. John's gone through his truth. He gets intimidated by the dirty pigeons, though he love a bit of it. Heartline. Who's that guy, Lord Marching? You should cut down on your poor life, mate. Get some exercise. Oh, the people, so many people, and they all go hand in hand through their apart life. You know what I mean? I get up when I want, except on Wednesdays when I get rudely awakened by the dustman. I put my trousers on, have a cup of tea, and then I think about leaving the house. I feed the pigeons, I sometimes feed the little sparrows too. It gives me a sense of enormous well-being. And then I'm happy for the rest of the day, safe in the knowledge there will always be a bit of my heart devoted to it. Oh, the people, so many people, and they all go hand in hand through their apart life. Part life. Part life. Part life. Part life. It's got nothing to do with your Vorsprung Birch technique. Part life. And it ain't about you joggers who go round and round and round and round until you drop down dead. No, oh, the people, so many people, and they all go hand in hand through their apart life. Oh, the people, so many people. They all go hand in hand through their apart life.
Performing a special acoustic version of the second single and title track off of their third album, Park Life. That is the band from Oxford, England, called Blur, here on the special edition of 120 Minutes. Next up, it is one of the only times that you will get to see Liz Phair and her band perform live. She is she had a hard time touring off of her first album, Exile on Guyville, and she decided not to be out on the road to support her second album, Whip Smart. And why, you ask? Because she has stage fright, if you can believe that. Liz is apparently deathly afraid of playing live, and so we were mucho excited when she agreed to perform here in our studio on October 2nd. And here she is now doing the first single off of Whip Smart. It's called Supernova.
Sparkle like gilded brass.
your eyes. And every time the wind blows
MTV's Oddities presents.
Level with me, Doc. Is there anything you can do?
I'll be honest with you, Jim. Your condition is unique.
Poor bastard. The Head. Premieres tomorrow night at 10. Plug in and stand back.
To the moon and let me play among the stars.
This week on the Threshers Roundtable, our panel of daredevils discusses uni races.
Only for Super NES.
It's like single wheel boarding. Down the track, double roll, flying.
How did you find the two-player action?
Man, I was hauling, gaining on the brawl, hit the ice, smack, Flip City. Ace and Dude's time. Glue action, triple flip, bacon in the pan.
Well, it appears then to be totally slamming. Next week, doing triple flips without tossing your crumpets. Good night.
It's a full moon tonight. Perfect night for a walk.
Sounds great.
That smells nice.
Okay, let's go.
On second thought, why don't we just stay in?
If you like red, you'll love A Little Sexy by Designer Imposters.
Oh, that Giorgio smells great.
I'm not wearing Giorgio. It's Primo.
At a fraction of the price, Primo smells just like Giorgio.
I didn't know you wore Primo, Sally.
I'm not Sally. I'm Natasha.
Designer Imposters, only from Parfum Decor.
Here's a chip that's got more Ridginess. New Pringles Ridges, it's more crunchy. If crunch is what you can't resist, our Pringles Ridge is more crunch than this. Golden tasty crunchlessness, not this bag chips greasy mess. New Pringles Ridges, it's more crunches.
More crunches.
Once you pop
Ridges,
you can't stop.
Make someone's life easier with a Chamberlain garage door opener from Menards. This heavy-duty half-horsepower opener includes an infrared protector system and transmitter, just $128. Plus, send for a free keyless entry. Your handyman will love a strong, roomy toolbox that won't rust, and Rubbermaid has it. This 26-inch toolbox is just $14.85 after mail-in rebate. Make Menards your store for holiday savings.
4 seasons greetings to you all from Menards.
Hello.
We're Lush.
And you're watching 120 Minutes?
On MTV.
Live performances coming up from the likes of Lush, Spearhead, MC 900-Foot Jesus, and more here on this special edition of 120 Minutes. I'm Louis Largent. Next up, says 120 Minutes producer Rick Hankey, is one of the most beautiful songs of the year. I say that too. I totally agree with him. It is from Grantley Buffalo, and it's called Mockingbirds. And these guys were real critics' darlings after the release of their first album, Fuzzy, but finally got noticed by the musical masses when their latest album, Mighty Joe Moon, hit the stores. REM were already fans and took Grantley Buffalo out on tour with them in Australia. Actually are taking, because I guess it starts next year. And they played here on September 25th, and this one was definitely the highlight. Here's Grantley Buffalo doing Mockingbirds.
Every station at last, finally we meet. After all of these years out here on the street, I had a feeling you would make yourself known. You came along just to claim your place in the throne. I have been overthrown, overthrown.
And I thought if I went to the right lines, these mockingbirds won't show. Every station my door was left open wide.
Blessed reveille, from a dream where I was in a terrible realm. All my sails were ablaze, I was chained to the helm. Now I'm overwhelmed, I'm overwhelmed. And I thought if I
Whoa, day. Boom, bang, boom, boom, da, no, boom,
Boom, boom.
day.
Boom, 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 boom,
day.
boom, 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 boom. Well, I am not a Muslim, but I read the final call because within this pages there is something for us all. And I am not professional, but I love basketball, the squeaking of the sneakers, the echo in the hall. But if I don't have enemies, I'm not to win my job. I might throw out a curveball, but I never throw a lob. And people criticize me, but I know it's not the end. I try to kick the truth, not just to make friends. But hey, diddle diddle to the people in the middle. We got hot wax and it's cooking on the griddle. Got the guitars to rumming, a drummer to rumming. The people all humming and the vibes was loving. Singing hey, diddle diddle to the people in the middle. We got hot wax and it's cooking on the griddle. Got the guitars to rumming, a drummer to rumming. The people all humming and the vibe was loving. Saying on and on and on. Oh yeah. Till I break it down, singing on and on and on. Till I break it down. Well, I am not a jerk, although sometimes I act like one. And I am deadly serious about us having fun. And I go many places, but I know I'm not with you. And I am not a sucker, even though I'm stuck on you. But each one should teach one and share with one another. So many is out there that's living undercover. Your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your friends, and their enemies all have their lovers. Yeah. Till the break of dawn. But hey, diddle diddle to the people in the middle. We got hot wax and it's cooking on the griddle. Got the guitars to rumming, a drummer to rumming. The people are humming and the vibe was loving. Singing hey, diddle diddle to the people in the middle. We got hot wax and it's cooking on the griddle. Got the guitars to rumming. The people are humming and the vibe was loving. Singing on and on and on. Till the break of dawn, singing on and on,
the love and affection
till the break of dawn, singing on and on.
I said the love and affection
till
in
the
the
break
right
of dawn,
direction.
singing on and on and on, till the break of dawn. So tell me the definition of a sellout. Cast your first stone, but then get the hell out. The people say they know me, I can tell you that they don't. The people say they own me, I can tell you that they won't. You see the left and the right, they all try to use me, but I be in the faces before they can abuse me. So roll down your window and listen what I'm saying. Relax your mind and let the band keep playing. Till the break of dawn. But hey, diddle diddle
to the people in the middle.
We got hot wax
and it's cooking on the griddle.
Got the guitars to rumming,
drumming.
People all humming and the vibe was loving. Saying hey, diddle diddle
to the people in the middle.
We got hot wax
and we cooking on the griddle.
Got the guitars to rumming,
drumming.
The people all humming and the vibe was loving. Saying on
and on and on. I say
on
and on.
To the break of dawn, singing on and on and on. To the break of dawn, singing on and on and on. To the break of dawn.
Know my reasons. They all lie.
Performing the first single off of their third album, Split, that's Lush with Hypocrite here on the special edition of 120 Minutes. Stick around, we still got more to come from Seed, Oasis, lots of bands with one name title or one word titles. And right after the break, it's MC 900 Foot Jesus.
MTV Buzz Clip. If the shoe fits. You need a 7.5, not an 8. Oh, I'm sorry. That doesn't come in a triple E. 7, 7.5, 12.5, 13, 14. MTV Buzz. You're stepping in it.
Everybody needs some money sometime.
When you need to send money fast, only Western Union lets you send it from home.
Hello? Rita.
Just call 1-800-CALL-CASH.
Western Union, the fastest way to send money worldwide. It's a full moon tonight. Perfect night for a walk.
Sounds great.
That smells nice.
Okay, let's go.
On second thought, why don't we just stay in?
If you like red, you'll love A Little Sexy by Designer Imposters.
Hi, I'm Noel.
And I'm Bonnet, and we're from Oasis, and you're watching 120 Minutes on MTV.
We got a live performance coming up from the Manchester band Oasis along with band out of Austin, Texas. They're called Seed, coming up on the special edition of 120 Minutes. I'm Louis Largent. Next up, it is DJ Mark Griffin, a.k.a. MC 900-Foot Jesus, who stopped by with his big 8-piece band on October 9th and performed a couple songs off of his/their third album, One Step Ahead of the Spider, and here's one of them, If I Only Had a Brain.
Suppose I accidentally got my shit together. Would I get a medal or a pat on the back and a little feather I can stick in my cap, into my shirt, go out in the yard and poke it in the dirt, or leave it in the woods where it couldn't be found? If it fell over, would it make a sound? And if it did, would it be the sound that you like? Or should I do it over till I get it right? See, everything I know is wrong, so do me a favor. Play along for a minute as the rusty gears turn. Don't be alarmed if you smell something burning upstairs. It's a little BB rolling around in a boxcar. See us together. Maybe it wouldn't be hard to explain if I only had a brain. Somewhere on a higher mental plane, I might learn to come in from the rain. If I had a clue, would I still be here with you? Gee whiz, if I only had a brain. Who's that? Oh, my little friend Cupid, wearing that shirt that says I'm with stupid. Always nearby wherever I go. He's looking out for me, don't you know? Mr. Excitement, never in a rut. Johnny on the spot with an arrow in the butt. Ouch! I guess your love is true. Now, if I could only get a clue. Somewhere on a higher mental plane, I might learn to come in from the rain. If I had a clue, would I still be here with you? Gee whiz, if I only had a brain.
wasted on me. You'll see the trouble I've been through today. Passed out on the bed, and all the little things she never even asked her for, she simply smiled and shook her head. Why can't we smile just like we used to? Why don't you figure anymore? Why has my sympathy now turned to malice? It doesn't matter anymore. Realize I'm living like a trucker does, although I haven't got the belly. They know she followed me to California all the way. I only wanna watch the telly. Why can't we smile just like we used to? Why don't you figure anymore? Why has my sympathy now turned to malice? It doesn't matter anymore. Please stop quoting Rod McEwen in your postcards. Can't understand it anymore. And if you're gonna read your poetry aloud to me, I'll have to show you to the door.
John Cage used to talk about just opening the window was fine. That was his, that was better than putting on a record, was just listening to the chance occurrences of sounds outside the window. And, it's something a lot of people just take for granted at this point. I mean, it's natural to us to hear music in that kind of stuff. Whenever I hear, jet engines or any of that kind of stuff, it's always immediately equatable to music experiences.
What are you doing, you big couch potato? You should be at the game.
I wanted to go, but there were no good seats available.
Oh, that's nonsense. You should call Eric Soderholm's Looks Like the Front Row ticket service.
Okay, I will.
Little girl, can I have my ball back?
No way.
For tickets to sporting events, concerts, or theater in Chicagoland or anywhere in the country, call 708-205-1939.
At Cooney's in Evanston, authentic Japanese dining is one thing you'll be sure to enjoy. Entrees like tempura, sukiyaki, beef and chicken teriyaki, to noodle dishes like nabiyaki udon and tempura soba, all served in a genuine Japanese atmosphere. Cooney's is home to world-renowned chef Yuji Cooney, who has prepared over 100 varieties of exotic sushi dishes for the last 25 years. Detour your way to Cooney's, 511 Main in Evanston, where we're only closed on Tuesdays.
It's 11 p.m. Do you know what you're wearing tomorrow?
Check out these great-looking jeans for just $18 in a variety of styles for men and women.
On the Serengeti Plain, the feline stalks the wildebeest. The lion roams the outdoors.
We've secretly replaced the cologne Mike usually wears with Tahoe, one of the designer imposters for men by Parfum de Coeur. Let's see if they notice. As you can see, Tahoe smells so much like eternity for men that even his girlfriend can't tell the difference.
At $8.75, designer imposters smell authentic enough to be mistaken for the world's finest colognes.
Introducing Pitfall, the jungle adventure video game from Activision. Just a reminder, not everyone wins. Pitfall, the Mayan adventure for Sega Genesis and Super NES. From Activision.
Here's a chip that's got more ridginess. New Pringles Ridges, it's more crunchy. If crunch is what you can't resist, a Pringles Ridge is more crunch than this. Crunchy. Golden tasty crunciousness, not this bag chip's greasy mess. Pop the Pringles Ridges, it's more crunches. More crunches. Once you pop Ridges, you can't stop.
Killer Loop. Performance sunglasses with a diamond hard scratch protective coating. 3 times more scratch resistant than any other mirrored shield. If you can't see, you can't play.
Thank you for staying up late, you nice people, you, for this special edition of 120 Minutes. I'm Louis Largent. Our final live performance tonight is by the Manchester band called Oasis. It came by on Halloween Eve and performed a few songs off of the album. It's called Definitely Maybe. The first single off the album is called Supersonic.
Submarine to find out no one's gonna tell you what I'm on about. You need to find your way for what you wanna say. But before tomorrow, as my friend said, he'd take you out. Since in the corner all alone, he lives under a waterfall. Nobody can see him, nobody could ever fall. Nobody could ever fall. You need to be yourself. You can't be no one else. I know a girl called Elsa. She's into Alka-Seltzer. She splits it through with K9 supersonic trace, and she makes me laugh. I've got her autograph. She done it with the doctor on a helicopter. She's sticking in a tissue, selling every issue when she finds out. No one's gonna tell her what I'm on about. You need to find a way for what you wanna say. But before tomorrow, 'cause my friend said he'd take you out. Sits in the corner all alone. He lives under a waterfall. Nobody can see him, nobody could ever fall. Nobody could ever fall.
That song probably contains the line of the year. I know a girl called Elsa, and she's into Alka-Seltzer. Oasis with Supersonic, the final live performance on this special edition of 120 Minutes. This is the time that we invite you to send your comments and suggestions and your cult classic requests to 1515 Broadway, 24th floor, New York, New York, 136. I'm Louis Largent. Thanks for watching. And I might add, on next week's show, we think we're going to see, can you believe it, speaking of Manchester bands, which you just played, a new Stone Roses video, 6 years in the making. Unless it gets lost in the mail or something. Thanks for watching. Happy holidays.